Leslie Jackson embraces challenges and feels they are learning experiences to mold her into a better person. She spends her leisure time racing her car on the dirt track, driving her motorcycle, or just hanging out with her grandkids. As Leslie continues to emerge as a butterfly, she has recently started her modeling and acting career, and you can find her on Instagram at Leslie Jackson Model. Leslie Jackson.
I'm really excited to be here, and I'm really nervous. I've never in my life done anything like this at all. So I'm fine on the racetrack and everything, but up here, totally different. So one thing I'd like to do before I die is make a difference in this world. And if putting myself out there tonight makes a difference in someone's life, then I'm one step closer to achieving my goal. My life started off normal when I was born into a family with 3 boys, 1 mother, and 1 father. But as I began to grow, I developed urticaria pigmentosa. I looked like a leopard with red spots covering my entire body. I also had the spots in my stomach, so I often had stomach aches. My childhood memories are of lying in bed, eating saltine crackers to ease my stomach pains, and having a fan on me to cool the itching red spots. And if I would go outside for an extended period of time, my spots would grow vibrant red and swollen. A big challenge for me was to go out into public without everybody staring at me and wondering what was wrong with me. All the other mothers would think that I had something that was contagious and that their children shouldn't play with me. But my mother would go around and talk to all the other mothers and say that it was okay and it was safe to play with me and their children wouldn't catch my spots. As life went on, I grew a thick skin, meaning I pretended like I didn't notice everybody staring at me, but I knew that they were. Life continued on around me as my brothers grew up with me, and we did all kinds of normal things like hockey, football, and we jumped off of houses, and we had lots of fun when we were growing up. Being the younger sister, I'd do the best I could to keep up with them and hang out with all the kids in the neighborhood that knew and accepted me and knew that my spots weren't contagious. When I was young, my father left us, and to make a long story short, my parents swapped spouses with another couple. Yeah, that's a whole another story. I only have 6 minutes, so. My new stepfather was addicted to sugar, so we pretty much ate cookies and fudge and sweets all day long, so got kind of big there for a while, but after a while, I finally got a handle on my weight and my health and shed those pounds, and things were going much better for me. After my parents' divorce, we moved to another city, but the only problem with that is everybody in this city didn't know what my spots were, and so I got stared at and teased all over again. After I was called Pizza Face in the 4th grade, I decided to start wearing makeup so that nobody could see the spots, and I wore long sleeves and long pants. And then to make matters worse, when I was 14, my 16-year-old brother was killed when he was driving to the state fair on a rainy summer day and pulled out in front of a pickup truck that didn't even have its lights on. This day is etched to my mind forever, and my brother is missed. But I have a strong belief in God and know that my brother's in heaven. as a teenager, my spots started to fade, and wearing makeup was normal. So I began fitting in, and boys were actually starting to be attracted to me, which kind of like that. So, but the only problem with that is one thing led to another, and I became pregnant at age 17. So we did get married when I was 6 months pregnant, but being a teenage mother is very challenging, to say the least. My baby cried all the time, and I thought I was going to go crazy. But I didn't go crazy, and I did survive, but my marriage did not survive. When my daughter was 7 years old, we divorced. But I immediately jumped into another marriage, had another child, and then got divorced again. After that marriage ended in disaster, I thought I'd try it again. So, got married again, but that one didn't work out. But this time, I didn't have another baby, so. 2 beautiful little girls, but 3 failed marriages. So I was a young mother with no skills, and so I started doing little odd jobs. So my first one was I delivered phone books in a baby carriage. Gotta make do with what you have. And then I also was apartment manager so I could get some free rent. My real career started when I was a quality inspector in a factory. I really enjoyed this job, but I wanted to advance. So when I was interviewing for a position at another company, the hiring manager mentioned that I should become an ASQ certified quality engineer. I had no idea what it was, but I researched it and thought it looked like a great idea. So I studied very, very hard for 9 months, took the exam, and I passed. So having that certificate made a huge difference in my life, and it opened up many doors for me, and I really was able to make a very good living being an ASQ certified quality engineer. So I now have my career in a very good place, and my children were thriving. So one day, my friend invited me to a birthday party in Pappy's in Stillwater. I accepted the invitation, went to the birthday party, saw this gorgeous man, fell in love. Yeah. We got married 3 years later, and now we've been married for 14 years. All right. But I kind of need to back up a little bit. When I met this new amazing guy, he was actually a drunk. He was going through a court battle with his business partner, and he was recently divorced. So I dumped him because he was a severe alcoholic. But he agreed he needed to quit drinking. He went to Hazleton, sobered up, and that's when we got back together, and now we've been together for 14 years. So while I was busy being a quality engineer, my husband was in the roofing industry. In 2006, my husband asked me if I wanted to start a roofing company. Since I thrive on challenges, I said, sure. So we started a roofing company. So we had our normal jobs during the day as a quality engineer, and he was working in the roofing field. And we started our company and did the work on the evenings and the weekends. But the business really started to grow, and we eventually quit our day jobs and just did our roofing company. And so right now we have a very, very strong roofing company with sales in the millions. Yeah. So every day I thank God because I have many, many blessings. So I'm very thankful. Life has always been full of challenges, but they are really what shape and mold me and help me become a better person. So once I was a spotted caterpillar, but now I'm emerging from my cocoon as a butterfly.